Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fortress Comic News Top 5 Picks for June 7th, 2017. I'm Chris, as always, and as you can see, a little bit of a new setup here. I'm getting fancy with shit, so things going on. And I'm wearing my Kind of Funny shirt because Kind of Funny Live 3 is this weekend. Unfortunately, I was not able to go. I'm showing my support. So, let's jump right into it. First of all, we have from DC Comics, Dark Knight, The Master Race, Book 9. Now, constant theme throughout today's episode is final issues and new issues. This is the final issue of the Dark Knight 3 saga. We got writer Brian Azzarello and Frank Miller, and artist Andy Kubert and Frank Miller working on this book. The culmination of everything going on in the Dark Knight saga. The Kryptonian army is taking over. This is the final battle. This is where it all comes to a halt and just, I can't wait. So, pick this one up. And if you haven't picked up the previous 8, there is going to be a collection coming out soon, and pick that up as well. If you listen to the podcast, you know that Mike and I are huge fans of the Dark Knight series. Next, from Marvel Comics, Darth Vader #1. Now, you're saying to me, we've already had Darth Vader #1. What the hell, Chris? This is actually a new story. So this is going to be with writer Charles Soule and art from Giuseppe Camicoli. I'm really bad with last names. This is not a part of the old Darth Vader book. This is a new one. It's going to start right after Revenge of the Sith. So it is Anakin becoming Darth Vader, his real rise to the dark side, and him becoming a master Sith. This is the book I've wanted for so long because I wanted to see how he went from no to fucking choking people and shit. This book, if you're a Star Wars fan like I am, it's a must buy. Next, also from Marvel, Doctor Strange #20, writer Jason Aaron, and art by a shit ton of people, but mostly Chris Bachalo. This is Jason Aaron and Chris Bachalo's last issue on Doctor Strange. So this is the culmination of everything. We're going to get the final, the culmination of the Dormammu, the Mordo, and the Mr. Misery, storylines. Figure out everything's going on. And actually, in a weird turn of events, last week was Doctor Strange #21, which is Dennis Hopeless taking over the book. And this week is #20, which is their last issue. So, if you went to the shop last week, you're probably a little confused about that. But if you've been reading Doctor Strange, this is kind of the culmination of everything Jason Aaron's been doing. Looking forward to it, even though it is bittersweet. Hopefully he picks up another great book, because the man can write. Next, Marvel as well. I've got Secret Empire, Brave New World. This is a bunch of artists, a bunch of writers, all coming together. These are going to be like little one-shot stories from different people in the Marvel Universe and how they're dealing with the Hydra Nation and everything. If you're into the Secret Empire storyline, this is kind of one of those sides of stories, like a war journal thing that Marvel likes to do. Although I don't care for everyone in this book, particularly Gwenpool, it still looks really good. But we are going to get a story about Gwenpool in this universe. We're going to get a story about Giant Man in this universe. And the one I am most looking forward to is we're getting the original Invaders, Cap's old buddies from way, way back in World War II. They are in this book, and they are going to get a story to see how they're dealing with this whole thing. And last, but not least, Reborn #6. This is another final issue. This is coming from Image with the all-star cast. Writer Mark Millar and art by Greg Capullo. Greg Capullo, our boy here at Fortress Comic News, fellow upstate New Yorker. This is the culmination of this whole miniseries. I mean, that's been kind of a theme today. But Bonnie is just here to take revenge. She's found her husband and the unfortunate situation that lies there, but her and her husband's new bride are coming together and just taking revenge on all the enemies that they have made over these past 5 issues, and doing what Bonnie was meant to do in this universe. So, once again, I know this is the last issue. If you haven't gotten this, Image is great about putting out trades right after the book ends. So I'm sure that this is going to be one of those books as well, that the trade's going to come out immediately. So if you haven't read the first 5, wait for the trade. The trade's going to be amazing. The book's been amazing. Pick it up. Once again, bittersweet because it's Greg Capullo and Mark Millar are going to be split off after this, but Greg Capullo is going to reunite with Scott Snyder here soon in DC, which is going to be awesome. And Mark Millar is still going to be out there making great books. So, bittersweet, but at the same time, it's going to be fun. So yeah, that's all of our top 5 for this week. Remember, if you go to fortressofcomicnews.com, you can find a complete list of everything coming out at your local comic shop or in Comixology or whatever other digital shop you like. That list is on there every Sunday, so check there, and then make sure to check out the show on Sunday nights. Fortress Comic News, you can find us on YouTube and iTunes and all that fun stuff. And as always, keep reading, keep enjoying. Thank you.